Well, in India, it's a particular concern, and there's a whole group, and they call themselves the RSS, and you saw a video of them. That was the young men in the khaki shorts with the bamboo staves walking down the main street. They pattern themselves on the black shirts of Mussolini, and they actually think Mussolini had some pretty good ideas. And they've made Mein Kampf, Hitler's book, a bestseller in New Delhi, and that is the radical arm, if you will, of the BJP party. Although some claim actually BJP is the political arm of the RSS, and we've seen increased persecution in India for at least a decade, where they're trying to stop conversions, they're trying to drive Christians out, and they're literally claiming India is just for Hindus. And in their persecution, they're not leaving the Muslims out either. The Muslims have been a persecuted minority as well.
The RSS believes the country should be a Hindu state, claiming that all Indians are Hindu in origin, regardless of their current religion. The uniforms may look Boy Scout, but Gowalkar was an admirer of Hitler in 1930s Germany and said India could learn from his ideas of racial and cultural purity. The idea of a Hindu nation has entered the mainstream of Indian politics. The RSS has close links with the former party of government, the BJP. Up on that stage is the man who was Prime Minister up until a couple of years ago, his former Home Minister, and an ex-Vice President. This is not a fringe meeting.
And isolated as compared to the terror unleashed by the flag bearers of the ultra-Hindu nationalism called Hindutva. That is very similar to fascism. It is preached and practiced by a conglomerate of fanatic organizations, the Sangh Parivar and its mother, the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. Throughout its more than 70-year existence, the RSS has been associated with communal rights and virulent communalism. The organization was founded in 1925. The Sangh Parivar remained largely in the shadows during the struggle to free India from British rule. Since independence, it has sought to overcome that ignominy through one stratagem or the other. The RSS first emerged as a mass organization during the horrific communal violence that surrounded the 1947 partition of the Indian subcontinent. The principal ideologues of Hindu Rashtra, the RSS leader M.S. Golwalkar and V.D. Savarkar, head of another like-minded communal party, the Hindu Mahasabha, draw their direct inspiration from Nazi Germany.
Time and again, RSS has taken to the streets or used state power to demand a total ban on cow slaughter, stop religious conversions, revise history textbooks to ensure that they upheld Indian culture, emphasized with just a hint of compulsion the need to study Sanskrit, astrology, Vedic mathematics, yoga, Ayurveda and other ancient subjects, and when show came to push, gone about intimidating the minorities and vandalizing their places of worship. Dalits and tribals who have been at the receiving end of the Varna system, women who continue to suffer gender discrimination, and indeed millions and millions of Indians whose primary concerns focus on bread and butter issues. It is an article of faith with the RSS BJP that India's religious minorities do not have a legitimate, independent identity. The BJP's 1998 election manifesto is unambiguous. The BJP is committed to the concept of one nation, one people and one culture. Our nationalist vision is not merely bound by the geographical or political identity of Bharat, but it is referred by our timeless cultural heritage. This cultural heritage, which is central to all regions, religions and languages, is a civilizational identity and constitutes the cultural nationalism of India, which is the core of Hindutva. For the BJP, Sri Ram lies at the core of Indian consciousness.
For the Sangh Parivar, Muslims, Christians and Sikhs have an identity only as some kind of subset of Hindus. As HRD Minister Murli Manohar Joshi put it, Hindu Rashtra is the basic culture of this country. It says that all Indian Muslims are Muhammadiyya Hindus, all Indian Christians are Hindus. They are Hindus who have adopted Christianity and Islam as their religion. According to the RSS leader Sudarshan, if Muslims have to stay in India, they'll have to submit to the Indianization of their religion. It is time they thought of preserving only the essential 10% and did away with the other 90% of their religion incorporating in its state elements of Indian culture. To this day, the life of the estimated 40,000 RSS cells or shakas revolves around a daily martial arts drill, in which youth from their early teens on are schooled in fighting and taught complete obedience to their RSS superiors.
The RSS also has built an extensive network of affiliated organizations for students, workers, women and religious devotees that are both broader in membership and take up socio-economic grievances specific to their clientele. There are more than 40 RSS cousin organizations implementing its hidden agenda. The major are Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad is the student wing. Vidya Bharati works in educational field. BJP is the political outfit. VHP, Bajrang Dal, Durga Vahini, Dharam Sansad or Religious Parliament are all aggressive militant groups.
RSS continued to pursue its communal agenda aggressively. It handed over very sensitive ministries like the Human Resources Ministry and Home Ministry to those very close to the RSS so as to pursue this hidden agenda. All educational and research bodies since then have been stuffed with diehard RSS and VHP elements who are openly communalizing and saffronizing their educational institutions. More dangerous is perhaps the rewriting of history that has been undertaken in a large way in India. Indian scholars have expressed their deep concern that books now being prepared under the patronage of the Parivar, often with the tacit support of government, are presenting the past in a manner as to incite hatred against the Christians and Muslims. These books are not for voluntary reading. Many of them form part of compulsory curricula in schools in several states of the Indian Union. The damage to the child's mind can be gauged. Its implications for the future should make people shudder.
In 1996, the National Council of Educational Research and Training conducted an evaluation of school textbooks, including those prescribed in Vidya Bharati schools in the country. It was reported that there were 6,000 such schools with 12 lakh children on their rolls under the tutelage of 40,000 teachers. The NCERT made the alarming diagnosis that many of the Vidya Bharati textbooks were designed to promote bigotry and religious fanaticism in the name of inculcating knowledge of culture in the young generation. The evaluation found it a matter of serious concern that such material was being utilized for instruction in schools which presumably have been accorded recognition. However, the Vidya Bharati network has, by all accounts, grown unhindered.